When CNN quizzed a rapper, the whole thing went into the crapper. So as the network's ratings sink, some guy named Cameron tries to sell a drink. Today's video of the day comes to us from the cable news nightmare known as CNN, where anchor Abby Phillip was interviewing rapper Cameron about the allegations surrounding P. Diddy. That's when Cam decided to chug a sex supplement and question what the hell he was even doing there. A common reaction from CNN guests. Roll it.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
It's inappropriate.
Get some cheeks.
It's really inappropriate.
I think I speak for millions of old white guys when I say, what are cheeks?
I'll
tell you after the show.
Yeah,
All right.
We'll draw you a map.
Let's have some more.
What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting
Cameron,
around watching Diddy and all that? Yeah,
Thanks.
Man, come on, man.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love that he thinks CNN has a talent agent. That network could put a cokehead to sleep. But why did he think he was asked to be on CNN in the first place? For his views on Benjamin Netanyahu, his analysis of the national debt? Sorry, when they want that kind of insight, they always go to Flava Flav. All right, Tyrus.
God, I knew it. I knew it. Oh, man.
I will never be as cool as that person, as much as I try. Please tell me what cheeks are.
Well, if you put them together, they clap. They help you run fast.
Oh, okay.
It's like cakes.
Yeah, ass, Greg.
Okay.
He's going to get some ass.
He was going to get some cheeks
He's going to
later.
go procreate. Apparently,
Yeah.
he came on the news to come out and let everybody know he's a breeder.
Yes.
He's so brave. Thank you.
So brave.
It's a shame Don Lemon wasn't still at CNN.
Yeah, he loves cheeks
he
too.
does the other thing. Yeah. Different league. No problems on either one. But this for me is the ugliness of the elites. When it's one of their own, they want to have a fact-finding team, and they're trying to find black men to come forward and try to support Diddy. There is no support. There's no one gave a damn about his apology. It was you did it 10 years ago, and you're apologizing now. You're talking about now you were on a tough time. You were spending all Biggie's money. What are you talking about? Like these individuals, they get caught. The question we should be asking is, why did it take so long? Because it's not like that film sits in that hotel forever. Somebody had it.
Yeah,
This is the thing with the
definitely.
elites. They all like to play these games, and some of the things he's being accused of is disgusting. When you see a video like that, and then you bring somebody on, just another black guy who raps. Diddy never rapped, so you just brought a black guy on there, and he had fun with it, and good for him, because he outsmarted them and he played with them. He made a fool out of them because they were trying to make a fool out of him.
And he used them to sell a
Because he made
product.
he made a great comment. He said, "You don't need to bring me on here to ask me if I was offended. I'm disgusted. Nobody's going to be like, oh, that video, you have to understand how he was feeling that morning. No one gives a damn. He beat a woman. He got away with it. And now he's caught, and he's like basically saying, I'm sorry to us, because he got caught.
Kat, let's go back to Cameron, and how awesome is that individual? And Abby Phillip, to be fair, her stoic face is something that every husband understands when they come home drunk.
Well, so Cameron himself said in one of my favorite songs, "I'm a changed man. Look at the range, man. I got a whole new game plan." And he was right about that. I mean, look at this. He's able to go from rapping to perhaps being the reason for the best segment that has ever aired in CNN history.
Yes.
I I watched this 14 times today.
It's great.
It's one of the most entertaining. You know, he's almost 50 years old. He looks amazing.
Yes, and also
we don't crack. We do look good.
Also, it's like no matter what a white person does, they can't be as relaxed and as just cool as that. I mean, he's just basically what?
Says you, dude. I'm about to get some cheeks after this.
I'm going to have to send you to HR. You don't work here.
He's trying to be like Cameron or whatever.
How did you feel about that appearance?
I liked it, but I think it's CNN being racist.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, yeah, he's a black rapper. Let's ask him about the current event with P. Diddy. And then this guy's like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be surprised that he's wearing sunglasses and a bucket hat and taking a shot of a sex energy drink and making inappropriate statements when you brought him on for this kind of clownery.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to just ask him that. That'd be like being like, well, Jeff, you're a white comedian. You did a show 17 years ago with Louis C.K. What's your statement on? He's like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, CNN sucks.
Yeah. What do you make of it? Did you find Abby Phillip handling it appropriately?
I mean, they set themselves up for
Yeah.
that. I just want to know how much pink horsepower sold.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Pink horsepower.
That was the best thing he could have done.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm curious about pink horsepower.
Yeah, I heard it helps with COVID.
Yes.
The horsepower.
Trust the science.
It's ivermectin infused. If you want to. There is a horse joke in there. Yeah. But you know what? This is a family show.
Yeah.
And
Since when?
Whose family?
The Manson family.
Says you, dude.
Yeah.
Have babies just walk across the carpet.
All right, coming up, this story's a doozy if you're triggered by a movie.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.